On June 25, 2025, a normal summer afternoon turns into a nightmare for the city of Largo, Florida. In a matter of minutes, the tranquility is shattered by a brutal and uncontrollable weather event, a devastating tornado. The tornado hit so fast that many didn't even have time to take cover. In moments, the streets were a mess of broken glass, snapped branches, and twisted metal. The entire Pinellas County was in chaos. The wind rips off roofs, snaps trees like matchsticks, and sends windows, doors, and panels flying like bullets. Thousands of residents are left without power. Footage from surveillance cameras shows a chilling scene. An entire mobile home is lifted into the air, rotated, and then slammed to the ground amid swirling debris. Weather radar had reported an anomaly minutes before the impact, but the formation of the tornado was lightning fast. Residents in the Alaton and Belcher Road areas were among the first to see the sky turn an eerie gray. The wind, in a flash, transformed into a mad wall of debris. The hardest hit areas were Rancherero Village and Bay Ranch, two communities of prefabricated homes that were transformed into an unrecognizable mass of wood and sheet metal. A 76-year-old resident was inside her home when it collapsed. She survived, but her cat is still missing. Power lines were cut, poles felled, trees felled. Countless homes were left without roofs, invaded by rain and debris. Emergency workers responded in record time. Teams of firefighters, electrical technicians, and volunteers mobilized to search for people trapped in the rubble. In areas like Pine Brook, entire roofs were torn off, and some trees were leaning dangerously on power lines. Amateur videos and home video footage showed debris rising more than 100 feet into the air. The tornado's path was narrow, but its power was concentrated and destructive. National Weather Service experts confirmed the tornado's touchdown, although an official classification is still being analyzed. Meanwhile, large hail was recorded in Palm Harbor and Clearwater, damaging vehicles and structures. According to meteorologist Brian Lamar of the Ruskin Weather Center, it was an explosive combination: high atmospheric instability, moist low-lying air, and vertical wind shear. Making matters worse was the interaction between local sea breezes and updrafts. This type of tornado, although brief, is extremely dangerous because it develops quickly and often without sufficient warning. In Florida, where lightweight structures such as mobile homes are widespread, the risk increases significantly. Damage spreads like wildfire. In Rancherero Village alone, at least 20 homes were severely damaged or completely destroyed. Bay Ranch also had significant structural damage, but fortunately, no casualties were reported. Reception centers were set up that evening, and teams of volunteers began distributing relief items. The sound of sirens soon gave way to the drone of chainsaws as residents cleared the streets and tried to secure what remained. The tornado's strength fits a troubling pattern seen in recent years: brief but violent storms capable of exceeding EF1 or EF2 strength, especially in dense, vulnerable urban areas. Making matters worse is the inadequacy of radar instruments in certain areas. The low altitude at which the tornado formed made it difficult to intercept its signals in real time. This explains the lack of early warning for many residents. Experts are sounding the alarm. Similar phenomena, although limited in scale, are becoming increasingly frequent, especially in the Gulf Coast areas. A lethal mix of heat, humidity, and unstable winds continues to make these events increasingly unpredictable. Meteorologists warn atmospheric instability persists and other similar events could occur in the coming days. Authorities recommend citizens to remain vigilant, follow official bulletins, and prepare to react promptly, even if the alert time will be minimal. Reconstruction will be long and complex. In many areas, restoring power and securing infrastructure will take weeks. Access to affected areas remains limited due to downed power lines, unstable trees, and scattered sharp objects. This tornado struck suddenly with a merciless fury. But what emerged in its tragic passage is the strength of the community of Largo. Neighbors helping each other, volunteers distributing food, workers working tirelessly day and night. Among the rubble, you can see the resilience of a people who, even in the face of destruction, never stop getting up. Thank you so much for following us. Stay connected for new updates on this and other climate catastrophes. If the video touched you, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell. The next storm could already be on the horizon.